Oh, hello and welcome to another video by Johnny IELTS. So today I have a one-on-one student, Miss Trâm. She's going to take her exam very soon, next month. So today she's working on her speaking. Say hi to Miss Trâm.
Hi.
Okay, I have 8,000 of my subscribers. They're gonna see this video. So anyway, so let's do first some questions. Are you working right now? Oh no, you don't work right
Uh,
now, right? Are you studying right now? I see.
actually, I'm not working right now. I am a full-time mom right now with my
Oh, you're a
four
full-time
men.
mother right now, I see.
Yes, full-time mother with my 4-month-old boy at home.
Four
So
months old, I see.
I just living. Yeah, I just stay at home right now. But um, meanwhile, I'm studying to preparing for the pharmacy examination
What
at the
kind of
end of this
examination? What
year.
kind of examination?
It's a pharmacy examination
Ah, so
for
it's an
yeah.
entrance examination, right?
Nope.
Thi đầu vào
I
ha.
no thi chuyển đổi à.
Ah, it's a transition exam.
Transition.
Transit, transition
Transition.
exam, I think.
Yeah.
For pharmacy program, I see. So, Miss Trump, why did you choose to study pharmacy?
Because when I was a high school student, I like chemistry, so I decided to be a pharmacist. Yeah, that's why I study pharmacy when I was a university student. And then when I moved to Canada, is
Okay.
they there's a program to change the degree from my country to be a
Into.
Canadian pharmacist.
Oh, I see. But
So
still,
yeah,
I think you have to study again a lot of things in English, right?
yes, that's why. Yeah, actually, I had to study all subjects for 5 years university.
Oh,
It's terrible for
that
me.
sounds crazy.
Yes.
That sounds crazy. Now you have a baby, I see. 4 months old. Oh well.
Yeah,
You
but
are a brave mother.
yeah, yes. Thank you.
Yes, what do you want to say?
But I find it at the beginning to be a mom, I find it very difficult. But with my husband help, it's easier right now. So,
I see.
we can share taking care of the baby. Like today, when I have class, my husband will take my baby going out. Yeah, to that's why in order that I can focus on classes, on studying.
I see. It's good to focus on study, because you know, um, it will be better for your future anyway, and for everyone's future too.
Yeah.
Like for example, if your boy grow up,
Mhm.
you will need your own education to be able to help him study better. And
Yeah.
also to be able to communicate better with your
Yeah.
son and also your
Yeah.
husband too. Remember that, I think. So
Yeah.
it's really good to continue to study, I think.
Yeah.
Now, so what kind of school did you go to as a child, Miss Drum? Like as a child, I mean maybe primary school, public school, private school, these kind of school, right?
Yeah.
Or we
When I was
also
a child.
have what's it called? Christian schools, trường dòng á.
Oh no, I haven't never heard about that.
I
Christians.
see. Christian
Christians.
schools are basically schools taught by the nuns.
Yeah.
By mấy mấy master.
Yeah.
A school taught by Christian nuns, and they are very, very strict. Just like in the military, giống như trong quân đội đó.
Yeah.
And then, so what kind of school did you go to as a child?
When I was a kid, I went to
When I
the
was a
public school.
child.
When I was a child,
When I was a child.
when I was a child, I went to a public school,
A
a
public
primary
school.
a public school.
Cẩn thận cái phát âm b và p nha. I
Public
went to a public school. I went to a public school. School. I went to a public school and please continue.
Just a public school. Public school.
So try to
because
expand it. Cố gắng mở rộng ra. Like for example, how did you feel? How were the schools? How were your friends? How were the teachers? Something like that.
Yeah. When I was a child, I went to a public school because of some foreign reasons. First, my family was not as was not wealthy enough to afford for primary school, so my
To afford
parents
primary school, không có giới từ nha. To afford primary schools.
to afford primary school. So that's why my parents sent me to a public one. And secondly, my one of my close friend, she also went to that school. So yeah, that's why I preferred to attend the public one. And after studying, after years studying there, I find it the friends in the public is like friendly, easy to make friends than the private schools. Like I think it's just my opinion for the private schools. Most of the students there come from
Richer families.
rich families. So I think their ego is higher
It's
than
big, and they don't want to follow orders. They don't want to follow discipline,
Yeah. Yes.
I have taught in private schools before, so it's terrible, I have to say.
Yeah.
Anyway, so tell us, please, Miss Trâm, do you study better in the mornings, or in the afternoons, or at night? Or I can ask you this question: when do you study better during the day?
Yeah. For me, it's the it doesn't depend on the time.
It doesn't
It depends
depend
on
on.
myself. It depends on myself. If I sleep well, I will studying better. I will study better. I mean, I have a boy right now. He's just 4 months old. So
4 months old.
so it's difficult for me to sleep enough. So I don't have like một
I don't
cái
have a
đồng hồ
good
sinh
night's
học là gì
sleep, and I
anh?
hate my life, and then
I
sometimes I
think
don't have enough sleep, and I hate my
I
life.
don't have like a fixed biological clock.
Alright, so you try to steal enough sleep for yourself.
Yeah.
I see. Ráng
So
nhúng
if
được miếng nào, ngủ được miếng đó. It's like
yeah.
try to steal enough sleep.
If I have
see.
like important event the next day, I will try to like arrange the schedule with my boy to make sure that I sleep enough.
Oh, it doesn't work that way.
Yeah.
It doesn't work that way for young boys, young babies, they always cause trouble for the mother.
Yeah.
Anyway, so what are your favorite subject then?
my favorite subject I think is chemistry, but right now I find it not enjoyable for me as it was.
How come? Was it because it's in English or something?
No, cause I don't think right now is I don't think it's helped me with my future. So I lost
It's
my
strange,
favor
yeah?
in
It's quite
yeah
strange, isn't it?
string.
I do find it very strange because science, it used to be very helpful for people, but
Mm,
these days, I don't know why, but many people they just don't find it very helpful for the future anymore. Something has changed, you know.
yeah. Mm, yep.
Okay, so do you think your country has an effective education system like Vietnam? Do you think the education system in Vietnam is effective? Like,
Yeah.
does it educate people well? You know, something like that.
Mm. When it came to the Vietnamese education system, I don't. mm, I'm not. Uh, Give me a second. When it comes to Vietnamese education system, I think it's very like it's old. It's the old one. Lỗi thời là gì anh?
It's old fashioned.
It's old fashioned. I mean, for example, when I was a university student, I had to study like boring subjects like politics,
Politics.
um,
Politics, undoubtedly.
politics, politics,
So, like
politics.
Vietnamese politics, Marxism, Leninism,
Yeah,
and also like,
um,
how about the
chính
books?
trị, politics,
It's politics, yeah?
and politics, yes,
Politics,
and
undoubtedly.
yeah, politics, politics, politics. And for the books is cũng lỗi thời là sao luôn.
And for the most, the books are also very old-fashioned, or you can say
Yeah,
the you can use the word outdated. Hết đát rồi.
outdated. Yeah,
Outdated.
outdated. Yeah. And for the books is most of the book are outdated. I mean uh, mm,
Yes.
I meant for my studying is related to the health. So everything I need is that we I have to like update the recent guidelines or
The recent
the
guidelines and knowledge yourself, right?
yes. So that's why that's why I didn't use school book as much. No, as much.
I feel the same
Okay.
thing too when I was studying in Vietnam for like few months in a university before I came to Hungary. You know that I also study pharmacy, right?
Yeah,
And I got my master degree in pharmacy from Hungary.
yeah,
And I think that a lot of things in our Vietnamese education system is old and outdated. But don't you think we are very effective at math? Like, because a lot of Vietnamese people are very good at math, you know.
yeah,
I
yeah.
think that's the only thing that is
Um,
good.
yeah, yeah. When I moved to Canada and I talked to some like students in Canada, I find out that
I found that.
I found that uh with the help of Vietnamese education system, the students are good at like science, math, or physics or chemistry,
Mm-hmm.
and also because they have more hours spending on studying, so it's easier to focus,
To focus
or
on.
like you, or yes, to focus on like solving problems than the Western students.
Right, I see. Okay, so tell us, would you like to further your study? You know, we have the verb to further.
Yeah,
To further your study, học lên trên, học lên.
yeah.
To further your study means
Um,
like you can decide to continue into masters or PhD or even more than that, you know. Would you like to further
yeah.
your study? Why or why not?
Actually, I don't want to study more.
What's the problem? What's the problem?
I think it's enough for me. I think it's enough for me. I think at my age, I should like spend more time for family, and like people say, men's make house, woman makes home, right?
Wow, that is a very traditional way to say, you know.
No, but I think at my age, I'm keen on family right now,
I
not
see.
not like when I was young. So
I
so I
see.
think it's important to finish my studying right now, and then just find a job, um, make money, and make money and raise my kids,
Raise children.
raise children,
Nhớ là cái
raise
từ
children.
kids á, thường trong IELTS nó không có chấp nhận lắm tại vì nó là một cái từ lóng, nó có nghĩa là cậu trai mới lớn, cô bé mới lớn nữa.
Oh,
Remember, kids
yeah,
is also a
child.
slang that you should not use for IELTS because it means
Yeah,
like young boy or young girl, you know.
yeah,
So use the word children or child, okay?
yeah. Mhm.
Right, so are you looking forward to working? To look forward to something. Are you looking forward to working? Có mong muốn đến lúc phải làm việc không? Are you looking forward to working?
Yes, of course. Like
Hmm.
when I
You seems very enthusiastic about it. How
khi em
come?
chưa có con là gì ta? Nếu mà
Sorry?
nói khi em chưa có con là
Uh,
when I haven't, when I
when
have,
when I had no children.
when I had no
When I,
children, when I had no children, um, a workaholic.
I was a
So
workaholic. I see.
I was a workaholic. I mean, I can work up to 10 or 12 hours a day.
Oh my god, that's a
So
lot.
and I found it interesting and a way
Interesting.
to like release the stress something.
Cẩn thận nha, cẩn thận.
So
Không
yes,
có release stress đâu nha.
really?
Cái chữ xả stress thực sự nó sai về mặt logic. Đúng ra là phải là to reduce stress hoặc là sao? To relieve stress. Giảm nhẹ căng thẳng chứ không phải là cái chữ xả stress thực sự không có ý nghĩa gì cả. We don't say release stress, we say reduce stress or to relieve stress, okay? Cẩn thận chuyện này. Be careful with this one.
Yes.
So what did you say about reduce or relieve stress?
I mean, if I just stay alone, just myself, I found it boring and nothing to do. So it's easy for me to be stressed.
I
So
see.
with the help of working, I can commute with my like
Communicate, you mean?
colleges. Yeah,
Communicate with your
commute.
co-workers, colleagues, yeah.
Yes, co-workers. Yeah, talking, chatting. So co-workers. So yeah,
Okay.
help me to reduce stress a lot. And also, while I'm working, I I want 100% focus on working. So I will not. I won't. I won't think nghĩ lan man là gì anh? Like I
I will
won't
not.
think
I will.
about.
My mind won't wander around.
So my mind won't wander around. I just focus on working.
So my mind will not overthink. Let's just say that my mind will not overthink. Đầu tôi không được suy nghĩ quá nhiều. My mind will not overthink. Just focus on working, I say. Well, a few years ago.
Why,
a few years ago, I also worked like 10 hours per day, and then I had no weekend, you know. So I actually during 2017, 2018, I work 72 hours per week.
Oh,
just teaching a lot. That's terrible. That's crazy. But right now I only do like 40, you know.
But back then, did you like regret that you spent too much time teaching?
No, because basically it allows me to have enough money to buy my own apartment now, so I'm good.
Oh, yeah.
Well, you work hard for the goal. That's the thing.
Yeah.
And you work hard until you achieve what you want to have. Just like you're working hard on your IELTS right now. Now, so let's come to part 2 and part 3. Do you know how the exam's gonna be, right?
Yeah.
Have you ever taken IELTS before?
No, never.
Nhớ là part 1 á. So remember the part 1. For one question, you need to expand it like about 2 or 3 sentences, okay? So that the examiners have an impression, have something to give you a grade.
Yeah.
But the most important thing in the speaking is fluency.
Yeah.
And make it natural. It has to be natural, you know. Cái quan trọng nhất là cái sự trôi chảy và nó nghe tự nhiên thôi. In speaking. Fancy vocabulary, it doesn't help much. You have to understand this. Từ vựng khủng chẳng có tác dụng gì mấy. Mà nhiều khi nó còn hại đấy cơ. Sometimes it does harm because it can make your speaking sounds very unnatural. Nó có thể làm cái phần speaking của mình nó kém tự nhiên và bị trừ điểm đáng chịu. So it's good to develop your ideas, you know, more than just using fancy vocabulary in speaking. Now, so let's come to part 2. Okay, maybe try number 4 then. Okay, so in part 2, remember that you have only 2 minutes to talk about a topic. You will have exactly 60 seconds to think about something like this. They will give you a cue card, okay? And then you have to describe something according to that cue card. You have from 1 minute to 2 minutes to talk about that. If you exceed that time limit, they will stop you because you have to go to part 3 immediately. Nhớ nha. Part 2 nó chỉ có nội dung từ 1 đến 2 phút thôi. Không nên vượt quá. Nếu mà vượt quá cái thời gian đó, người ta đã nghe đủ rồi. Người ta sẽ dừng mình ngay tức khắc để mà mình phải qua part 3 ngay tức khắc. It might be shocking for you, but it doesn't affect your grades, okay? Nó không ảnh hưởng đến điểm đâu nếu mà người ta dừng mình lại. Tại vì người ta nghe đủ rồi. Để cho mình con số điểm. Alright, but remember the part 2, be careful with the tense, okay? Cẩn thận với cái thì sử dụng. For part 3, it's always related to part 2, okay? But the examiner will try to push you to achieve the best band score possible. So, part 3, you have to expand your ideas, give reasons, give examples. Sometimes you have to discuss your own ideas, like what would happen if something, you know. Đôi khi trong part 3 nó đòi hỏi mình phải biện luận chính cái luận điểm của mình nữa. Đôi khi phải lật ngược vấn đề lại, cho ví dụ nhiều vô. Nói chung là bao nhiêu súng đạn, súng ống đem ra hết, để mà show ra hết là mình giỏi cỡ nào. Remember, part 3 is also very important because it will give you the final band score, okay? Nó sẽ cho mình con điểm cuối cùng đó nha, cho nên part 3 cũng quan trọng á.
Yeah.
Okay. But first, just to give you an impression of part 2, let's try number 4, okay?
Yeah.
Describe a town or city that you would like to live in. Miêu tả một thị trấn hay thành phố mà bạn muốn sống ở trong đó. You should say where it is, nằm ở đâu. How you know about it. Làm thế nào bạn biết về cái chỗ đó. What it is famous for. Nó nổi tiếng, cái chỗ đó nổi tiếng về cái gì. Explain why you would like to live there. Giải thích tại sao bạn lại mong muốn sống ở cái nơi đó.
Yeah. So,
okay, you have some time to think now. Okay, time's up now. Please describe a town or city you would like to live in, please.
For me, the city where I want to live is Calgary. It's a city on the western side of Canada, and it belongs to Alberta. And for the reason why I know it is that one of my friends, they went to Calgary for traveling, and they told me that it was amazing. It's developing, and it has like a Vietnamese town or village with many like traditional dishes sold there. So I think it's easier for me to like live there with my parents because my parents are old fashioned. So and also the Calgary is well known for like long lasting winter about 8 months a year, and for me I a winter lover.
Oh, you
I
love
like
the winter
snow.
weather, do you?
Yeah, love a winter weather. That's why I think Calgary is my soon to be place to move to.
Okay,
And
good. I think it's good enough. Yeah, remember that you don't have much time. Maximum is 2 minutes. Okay, for part 3, that's just part 2. For part 3, you can speak as long as you want, but part 2, you are limited. Your time is limited.
Yeah.
And remember, in part 3, you talk a lot and long. The examiner will not have enough time to ask you many questions because, there are a lot of people who wait to take exam. Or do you know that one? You know that fact?
Yeah.
So because of that fact, if you speak a lot, you talk a lot, the examiner won't have enough time to ask you many questions, and they might have a better impression on you, and they might give you a better grade, I think.
Oh.
Okay. If that is the case, I would like to go to the next topic. Okay, try number 7. Describe a home that you like to visit but do not want to live in. Miêu tả một cái mái ấm mà các bạn muốn đến viếng thăm. Nhà mà bạn muốn đến viếng thăm nhưng mà lại không muốn sống ở trong đó. It can be because of several reasons. Like for example, the rent there is very high, for example. Tiền thuê nhà quá cao chẳng hạn. It can be because you want to go to live there because it's near to your school, but the problem is you cannot afford it. Không thể nào chi trả nổi. Or maybe because of someone who the people there are very strict, or because you are not compatible with the people living there. Không hợp tính với những người sống ở đó chẳng hạn. So maybe you just like to visit them, but you will not like to live with them. It's like that. Visiting and living with people are different things, right?
Yeah.
Đi viếng thăm với lại ở chung với họ là hai chuyện hoàn toàn khác nhau nha. Okay, you should say where it is, nơi nào vậy, what it's like, nơi đó như thế nào, why you like to visit it, tại sao lại thích viếng thăm nơi đó, explain why you would not want to live there, tại sao bạn lại không muốn sống ở nơi đó, And then you have part 3 related, okay? Remember that part 1 and part 3, people will not show you the answer like this, okay? Lúc mà đi thi cái part 1, part 3 người ta sẽ không có show hẳn ra cái câu hỏi gì đâu nha. Chỉ có part 2 được show ra thôi. Part 2 you are allowed to write something on a piece of paper. Okay, so part 3 about home. Sorry?
Cái câu này em nó weird quá.
Why it's weird? Think about, like, for example, you visit a friend in a very beautiful home, but the problem is you cannot afford the rent there because it's too expensive. There you go. Okay. Something like that. Sure. Or maybe because it's so loud, or it does not fit your personality. So maybe visiting is fun, but you do not want to live in there for a long time. Nhiều khi nó không hợp tính cách của mình. Mình chỉ viếng thăm thì cũng vui đấy, nhưng mà không muốn sống lâu chẳng hạn. Know what I mean? Yep. Okay, and then question part 3. Do you prefer living in an apartment, a flat, or a house? Why? Remember, apartment is UK, flat is US for the same thing. Nó là cùng một thứ thôi. Or a house. Bạn thích sống ở căn hộ hay là một cái căn nhà? Tại sao? This one sounds like a part 1 question, right? But you need to explain in details. Phải miêu tả chi tiết hơn. About the pros and the cons, advantages and disadvantages of that. Nó liên quan với mấy câu dưới á. What are the advantages and disadvantages of living in a house or living in an apartment, something like that, you know. Alright, you have some time to prepare for this one now. Alright, describe a home that you would like to visit. You like to visit, but you do not want to live in.
When it comes to the visiting a home, I would like to choose like one of my close friend apartment. It's a modern one in the city center, and I find it's very convenient when living there, because it's had like local facilities nearby. I mean, supermarket, park, gyms, and it can like
swimming pools and then spas and jacuzzi, something like that.
Yeah, something like that. So I will not like waste a lot of time for commuting, and but I however I'm not really keen on living there because of two following reasons. Firstly, it's very noisy, you know, because it's located in a city center. So the noise from construction, from the neighbors around, and and moreover, it's difficult for me to like sleeping when there's noise around. So yeah, that's why I'm not really
that's why I
passionate.
don't really keen on visiting this keen on wanting to live there, I think.
Yeah, you know. Okay, and for the second reason,
okay.
For the second reason is that I would like to have like my own green space, and so living in the apartment will not allow me to do that. So that's why I not fascinated in the modern apartment.
Right, okay. I think you talk a lot, but you please focus on what you should say, okay? Tập trung vào mấy cái you should say, tại vì mình không có nhiều thời gian đâu, thật luôn á. Just focus, stay focused. Tại vì có nhiều cái tự nhiên nãy giờ thấy nó có vẻ nó lặp đi lặp lại. It feels like something is repeating, you know. Tập trung vào mấy cái you should say thôi. Ở part 2 thôi. Okay, for part three. Okay, so Miss Trump, do you prefer living in an apartment or a house, and why?
Actually, I prefer a house because anh ơi, ủa chỗ này why là mình kể ra reason rồi.
Lý
Những
do
cái
tại
reason
sao?
đó là
Yeah, like a reason what you think about it,
vậy
Nhưng
thì
mà cái câu
maybe
bên
là
dưới
nó
nó
sẽ
là đi
chung lập
sâu
với
thêm.
cái advantage thì sao?
Well, nó có thể nó không có sâu bằng những cái câu bên dưới này. Khi đánh sâu vào những cái advantages and disadvantages. Like,
Ờ,
its question is about comparing the two things,
yeah,
Cái câu này nó có liên quan đến chuyện mà so sánh giữa hai nơi á.
yeah.
Còn cái câu bên dưới là nó so sánh từng nơi một, là nó đào sâu vào từng cái nơi một, điểm mạnh và điểm yếu, you know.
Okay. Yeah. So, for me, I prefer a house because like I love garden. Like I said, I love gardening. So living in a house allow me to have my own garden, my own green space, and also I would like to have a private space. I mean, if I live in a apartment, uh, if I live in an apartment,
Mhm.
uh, so I will be interfered with neighbors living around. So that's why if I have to choose, I will choose a house.
Okay. Right, let's go into details. So, what are the advantages of living in an apartment and how about a house? Bây giờ là điểm lợi của chuyện sống căn hộ và điểm lợi sống ở nhà riêng chẳng hạn đó. Now let's go deep in
Okay.
details.
Yeah. So not everything is perfect. So for the apartment, like I said, it's very convenient. You can find the supermarket, the park, local facilities around, and easier to get there. And for a house, maybe it's take longer time to commute, and and Mm,
Yes.
however, for uh, however, for however about the like quyền riêng tư, privacy. However,
For
about the
privacy, yes.
privacy, the apartment is the better choice. The house is the better choice, I think. And yep,
Okay. Right. Okay, so how about the disadvantages of living in an apartment or house? Think about security. Think about safety. What would happen in case of a fire, for
yeah,
example? How about
yes,
security? Do you have the security, or it's very easy to get buggled, to get buggled, bị ăn trộm,
burger,
to get buggled. So it
burger.
comes from the word burglar, tên trộm. Think about
Okay,
think about height, độ cao nữa. Like some people they might not like to live very high above the ground because they are afraid of height. Sợ độ cao. But some people they love the how can I say, the view.
yeah,
They love the great view. That's why they own apartment. And also you should think about one thing. If you live in a house, it's very likely that it will be infested with cockroaches, insects very soon. Nó sẽ bị mấy cái con này nó chui vô, xong nó làm tổ này nọ. But in for apartments, it happens, but it doesn't happen that much. Because you live on very high floor, so maybe these things will happen less. Okay, right. That's what I could say. Can you talk about the disadvantages of living in an apartment and a house?
okay. So I would say disadvantage for apartment first.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, yeah, okay. And for the for apartment, I think it's it has better security. I mean, when you live in a building, um, they will there will be like a security team who wander around, who wanders, who a security team who wanders around like
No, wander là giống đi vòng vòng xung
24/7.
quanh, giống như kiểu mà vô định á, không mục đích á. That is to wander around, đi xung quanh vô định, không mục đích. Còn cái này là họ có mục đích nha, họ đi tuần tra, nó sẽ dùng cái từ là to patrol,
Patrol biết sao?
to patrol, đi tuần tra, to patrol. If you check this one for this word, it's patrol. Âm đầu tiên là âm schwa nè, âm yếu hơn nè. Patrol. To patrol. Tuần tra, đặc biệt là cảnh sát hoặc là lính. To go around an area building to see if there's any trouble or danger. Đi vòng quanh một khu vực hoặc tòa nhà để coi liệu có bất kỳ hiểm nguy hay là rắc rối nào hay không. Okay, what do you say about patrol?
So I mean, with the apartment building, there's a security team who patrols 24/7 to make sure like no one trespassing, right?
Trespass.
So
To trespass.
No one trespassing. Yeah, no one.
Trespassing is the act of, to the act. Cái hành vi nó sẽ là trespassing, còn động từ là to trespass. Đi vào gia đất của ai đó hoặc là thâm nhập vào cái tòa nhà mà không được phép. Đột nhập, to trespass. Alright, so what else then?
Make sure no one trespass, and for the insect infection, I mean,
không có infection nha, không có từ infection nha.
Infection.
There's nothing as infection, you know. What were you about to say?
I think like em dùng now là insect infection. Infection.
What? Infection trong trường hợp bị nhiễm khuẩn hả?
Dùng từ gì ta?
What do you want to say? Tell me.
Có một cái dịch.
In case of pandemic. Dịch bệnh.
Oh no, không.
In a case of pandemic. No, you think in case of pandemic, living in an apartment, it's more dangerous? You think so?
No, không. Em đang nói disadvantage. Ủa, đang disadvantage mà. Sao em lại nói advantage?
See, that's a problem.
Bị lộ, em bị lộ.
See, that's a problem.
Yeah.
Có thể bị trừ điểm.
Lạ.
Okay, xé nháp làm lại.
Yeah.
So what are the disadvantages of living in an apartment or a house?
So when it comes to the drawbacks of the apartment, I think đang hơi bị mất tập trung, đuối rồi. Nói như vậy đuối. When it comes to the drawback of the apartment, I would say the now của afraidness. No. Afraid luôn chứ. The height afraid.
Sự sợ độ cao. If someone is afraid of height, if someone is afraid of height, cứ dùng tính từ thôi. Just use the adjective form.
Yeah.
If someone is afraid of height, what happened?
So if someone is afraid of height, so they couldn't choose to live in the apartment because it can make them can make them like stress.
It can make them go
overwhelmed.
crazy, you know.
Crazy. Yeah. Make them crazy. Ngột. No.
Okay.
No.
All right, so let's try something else.
No. And
Okay.
yeah, and
Tiếp tục.
also for the like I mean in the case of like power shortage, power cutters, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean with the apartment with the I mean apartments are using elevator when there's a power cut. I think it's difficult for like elderly people or like a child to leo cầu thang bộ là gì anh? To walk on the
To walk up the stairs.
stair, walk
To
up the
walk
stair,
up the stairs.
to walk up the stairs. Yeah. So yeah, that's I can say about the cons. Bình thường là pros and cons. Bây giờ mình tách ra mình nói riêng được không anh?
Yeah, you can talk about the disadvantages first or the advantages. Why not? Có vấn đề gì không? No, there's no problem.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, I can give you some ideas. Yes, you're right. To walk up the stairs to very high floor is a problem. And what would happen in case the elevator has a problem, you know? People can get stuck there. People can get stuck in the elevator, you know? It is a dangerous situation.
Yeah.
Okay. So, I think let's move on to the next topic now. I'll choose something for you. Okay, let's try 12. Describe a film or a movie that made you laugh. Cái này quá khứ này. This is past tense. Describe a film that made you laugh. Miêu tả một bộ phim mà nó đã làm cho bạn phá lên cười. Cười lăn cười bò. Laugh. Laugh. A film that made you laugh. You should say what it is. Phim gì vậy? When you watched it. When you watched it. Bạn đã xem nó vào lúc nào trong quá khứ. Be careful. Now you have to use past tense a lot. Who you watched it with. Lúc đó bạn coi nó với ai. Explain why it made you laugh. Tại sao nó lại làm các bạn phá lên cười như vậy. And you have part 3 of movies. Are films or movies a waste of money? Phim ảnh có phải là một sự phí phạm tiền bạc hay không? Quite a vague question, right? Một cái câu hỏi khá là vague. Khá là vague. Khá là chung chung, đại khái. Một cái câu hỏi khá là mơ hồ, chung chung. Are films a waste of money? So you have to explain why it is not a waste of money. Phải giải thích tại sao phim ảnh, người ta làm phim ảnh nó làm gì? Why do we make movies? Is it for educational purpose? Mục đích giáo dục sao? Educational purpose, for example. Or is it for political purpose? Nó có dùng cho mục đích chính trị nữa nha. And also, what message? To convey a message. Truyền tải một cái thông điệp gì? To convey what message? And also, some movies or films are used to advertise products, you know.
Yeah.
Một số phim ảnh nó có thể dùng để mà nó quảng cáo cho những sản phẩm đó nha. And think about that. Even though, you know, making movies, it's a huge feat. A huge feat. Nó là một cái sự theo đuổi, một cái điều rất là khổng lồ luôn á, tốn rất nhiều tiền và công sức. So it's a lot of money, you know, it costs a lot of money to make a movie. And also it's the concerted effort of many people. Nó là một cái nỗ lực mà như là trong một cái buổi hòa nhạc đó, giống như cái nỗ lực chung mà phối hợp của rất nhiều người. It's a concerted effort of many people. So you think films are waste of money? Tại vì nhiều người chỉ coi có lần. Like many people, they only watch the movie once. Of course, people, the selling of tickets can compensate. Nó có thể nó compensate, nó bù trả. They can compensate for the fees, the cost of making the movie, you know. But in general, do you think movies are waste of money? Bạn có nghĩ nhìn chung là phim ảnh là phí tiền không? And the next question. Are movie stars important to a movie? Những ngôi sao điện ảnh có quan trọng trong một bộ phim không? So think about their appearance, what they can attract, who they can attract. Họ có thể hấp dẫn cái gì và hấp dẫn ai nếu mà họ xuất hiện trong phim. Think about cái thông điệp đó. Bộ phim sẽ ăn khách hơn rất nhiều nếu mà có những ngôi sao điện ảnh nổi tiếng tham dự chẳng hạn. Like the movies can attract a huge amount of people to the movie theater, you know. If people know that their favorite movie stars will be on the movie. For example, Tom Cruise. You can give example. Like for example, Tom Cruise in Top Gun movie. You know that movie? Top Gun,
Yes.
right? Top Gun Maverick.
Yeah.
Well, Tom Cruise is 60 years old now, but he still look very charming. And a lot of people still like him a lot, you know. Because of his appearance, that movie is actually very successful, I think. Okay, next question. Are foreign movies popular in your country? Những bộ phim nước ngoài có được nhiều người xem hoặc là thông dụng ở đất nước các bạn không? Like think about Korean movie, Chinese movie, Japanese movie, Thai movies, or US, UK movies, French movies, something like that, you know. Indian movies, are they popular in your country? Và mình giải thích tại sao nó lại popular. Explain like why. Is it because the Vietnamese people are very accepting? Có phải là do tại vì người Việt rất là accepting không? Có rất là dễ dàng chấp nhận những thứ mới không?
Giải.
Is it because how can I say, yeah, the Vietnamese people are very accepting? Or is it because the Vietnamese movie itself is very bad? That's why people come to foreign movies. Có phải là do tại vì lý do người Việt rất chấp nhận, hay là do tại phim ảnh quốc gia nó quá tệ chẳng hạn, cho nên con người ta mới tìm đến những phim quốc tế chẳng hạn, nước ngoài. Alright, so you should give examples as well. Like for example, give examples. The number of movies, of Vietnamese movies that achieve awards are very limited. Cái số lượng phim ảnh Việt Nam mà đạt được phần thưởng, giải thưởng thực sự nó khá là giới hạn. It's quite limited compared to other countries. Alright, next question. Are foreign movies popular in your... okay, sorry. Is it important that a country has its own movies? Có quan trọng không để mà một đất nước có những bộ phim của riêng nó? Think about national pride. Sự tự hào dân tộc. Think about the fact that that if you have your own movies, you can you can actually improve national image. Nó có thể cải thiện được cái hình ảnh quốc gia đó nha. Like you can, có thể gọi là xuất khẩu văn hóa. You can export your culture to the other countries. Xuất khẩu văn hóa của đất nước bạn đến những đất nước khác. You can export your culture to the other country easily. One very good example is K-pop music and K-pop movie, you know, Korean dramas, you know. Người Hàn Quốc cực kỳ thành công trong chuyện xuất khẩu văn hóa luôn á, nhờ vào mấy cái bộ phim và nhạc á. Okay, and also think about like nó có thể cải thiện cái hình ảnh đất nước và cái gọi là cái thể diện quốc gia đó nha. It can improve the national image and also national pride as well. Cho nên trên bàn đàm phán quốc tế là mình có chỗ đứng hơn nhiều á. Like if you have a good national image, when you negotiate with the other countries, you are on better terms. You are basically on a better position. On a better position. Có vị thế tốt hơn. Có vị thế tốt hơn trên bàn đàm phán chẳng hạn. Like you have a better position to negotiate with the other countries. Yeah, it's also important because of that. Think about other things. Tại sao phải có đất nước, phải có phim ảnh của riêng nó? Để mà nó phổ biến phim ảnh là một phần của văn hóa nha. Like movies is a part of culture, just like language, you know, just like food, just like customs, tập quán cũng giống vậy. Thức ăn, ngôn ngữ thì cái movies nó cũng là một phần của văn hóa. Movies also a part of culture, so think about that. Alright, you have some time to think about topic 12 now. Okay, please describe a film that made you laugh, please.
Okay. But last summer I went shopping with my friends, and that time we chose a film, but unfortunately, the film that we want to watch uh, didn't have any available seat. So by chance we chose Minion 3. So and mm, it turned out that it's make we like
It
laugh
makes
a
us. It
lot.
make us. It made
It
us.
make Yeah, it made us laugh a lot. And like for the content of the film, it's very
Yes.
funny. It's were funny with unreal silly situation that we couldn't think about. And also the content, the plot is very simple, so we didn't have to like
Yes.
think overthink, like
We didn't have to think too much for the
yeah,
content,
we
right?
didn't have to think too much. Yeah. And also and moreover, about the character appearance, the minions looked so cute, like and the vibrant colors, with vibrant colors. And like yeah, it's very impressive for us. And that's why we decided to like buy some toys, minion toys, after watching that film.
Okay, and also for your child too.
And also for your no, my child is too young. He's too young to watch me. Yeah, yeah.
Why
You
not,
mean
right?
like I bought the toys for my son, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
Why not?
yeah,
It's a good thing to do that, I think.
yeah, yeah. Okay.
All right. So tell us, do you think movies are a waste of money?
Um, in my opinion, I think films is not a waste of money because of two foreign reasons. Firstly, filming is a way of investing. I mean, by doing film, the producer, the investor can make a lot of money from that. Um, uh, and for about the purposes, it's not limited
Limited. It's
in
not limited.
is not limited in money. I mean, it's the filming has different purposes. For example, educational purpose. Through film, um, they can, through film we can convey a message or a lessons to
Okay.
children or like adults.
Okay.
Of example, um, for example, for example, Doraemon. Doraemon is a
Doraemon.
cartoon. Doraemon is a cartoon. It's a cartoon
From
series.
Japan. Nói
Ở
chung là mình
Japan.
đưa ra một cái tên nào đó không phải tiếng Anh, mình phải giải thích nha.
Oh yeah.
So remember,
Uh,
if you mention a name that is not English, for example, a Vietnamese name or a Japanese name, for example, you have to explain what they are. Like, for example, a Doraemon, which is a very popular Japanese cartoon, for example.
yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. So for example, Doraemon, which is a Japanese a cartoon series, a popular Japanese cartoon series. Yeah. Um, it talk about it talks about friendship, the
Mhm.
family, tình cảm gia đình là gì anh? A family love.
Family love. Yes, family love.
Yes, family love and family love that children are interested in, and
That okay,
yeah,
and
and also movies has movie allow us to advertise products. I mean, while watching a film, sometimes we can see some products like beverage, a vehicle, for example, Pepsi,
vehicle.
Coca-Cola, or
Wait, you
yeah,
said vehicle,
vehicle,
right?
yeah,
Vehicle.
vehicle,
Okay.
vehicles, vehicles, có S đúng không anh?
Nó
Vehicle,
là những phương tiện mới có S. Vehicles. Yeah,
vehicles,
vehicles.
yeah,
The
yeah.
vehicles.
And moreover, movies allow us to advertise products. I mean, sometimes while watching films, we can see some products like beverage and vehicles. For example, Pepsi, Coca-Cola, or Mercedes, BMW, something. So it can so that these products can có thể tiếp cận tới nhiều khán giả hơn. Can
It
reach
can basically reach. It
approach
can so it can reach a
reach
wider
wider
variety of
variety of
the of audiences.
audience. Yeah.
Có thể
So
đạt được
it's
một sự đa dạng chủng loại rộng khắp hơn của những khán giả. Can reach a wider variety of audiences.
má ơi nghe nó đĩ vậy.
Sorry?
Nghe nó sang vậy.
Can reach a wider variety of audiences. Có thể đạt
Yeah.
được một cái sự đa dạng chủng loại rộng khắp hơn của các khán giả. Đó.
Yeah.
Mấy cái câu Patrick nó y chang, nó giống kiểu mà giống cái câu mà thi hoa hậu á nha.
Yeah.
Ví dụ như là anh chị nghĩ rằng trong tương lai công nghệ sẽ có ảnh hưởng gì lên ngành giải trí? Something like that. You know.
Yeah.
Kính thưa ban giám khảo và các bạn. No. It's just like in a beauty contest when you have to answer this question in the same way, you know. All right, so let's try the next question now. Okay, wait. But in the last question, you said it's not a waste of money, right?
Yeah.
Correct. Okay, so are movie stars important to a movie? What do you think? Cái ý tưởng, nhớ rằng ý tưởng nó quan trọng hơn nha. Ý tưởng nó quan trọng hơn cái từ gì nha. So remember,
Ủa anh ơi,
ideas
giả
are much
sử
more important than
giả sử trong writing
vocabulary.
á mình có thể viết một cái argument nó có hai ý luôn, là mình vừa
Argument. Argument âm đầu.
argument
Yes.
thì mình có thể viết hai ý, mình có thể vừa support, mình có thể nêu ra một cái ngược lại, nhưng mà trong speaking mình có thể nói hai kiểu hai mặt vậy không?
Sao không? Speaking với là writing vốn là nó cũng rất là giống nhau cách tiếp cận như vậy. Nó chỉ khác có một cái là cái từ vựng sử dụng thì speaking phải là spoken language hơn, còn writing phải là ngôn ngữ trịnh trọng hơn thôi. Nhưng mà cái cách tiếp cận nó dùng cái kiểu gì nó cũng giống giống nhau vậy á. Part 3 đặc biệt rất là giống writing task 2 nha. Part 3 speaking đặc biệt rất là giống writing task 2 luôn á.
Nhưng mà em thấy thôi mình cứ chọn một mặt cho dễ nói.
Just choose like one side, yeah, to talk about it. Nhưng mà thực sự là nếu mà mình nói được mặt sau thì nó sẽ điểm tốt hơn, tại vì nó show được cho giám khảo biết mình là một cái người nhìn thấy mọi phía, một cái người mà gọi là nhìn sự vật, sự việc bằng nhiều khía cạnh, you know. If you can see.
Bởi vì em thấy nếu mà mình sống mình kiểu làm hai mặt vậy, lâu lâu mình lật lại được cũng dễ. Nếu mình bị ý bí quá mình cũng lật lại được.
Cái kiểu mà nói nước đôi á, cái kiểu nói mà một mặt thì thế này nhưng mặt khác thì thế nọ, thực sự mà nói nó rất là dễ được điểm tốt luôn, tại nó show được là mình nhìn sự vật bằng nhiều cái chiều, đa chiều, you know. Chứ không phải là chỉ phiến diện một chiều. Alright, try the next question. Are movie stars important to a movie?
Absolutely, I think is a yes. The movie star play an important role to a movie, I think. For example, for example, Fast and Furious, a series with
Fast and Furious or Fast and Furious?
Fast and Furious movie.
Quá nhanh, quá nguy hiểm.
Fast and Furious series.
Hay là
with,
mà vừa mập vừa nguy hiểm. Which one?
Yes,
Fast. ST. Fast and Furious, okay?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
For example, with Fast and Furious series with The Rock, sự tham gia là gì anh?
With the participation of The Rock, which is
The Rock, with participation of The Rock.
The Rock. Who is The Rock? Who is The Rock? Ai là The Rock nè? Giải thích.
The Rock hay with The Rock, who is well known with the muscle and nói sao đó?
Who's a very muscular, let's say who's a very muscular star, movie star, một ngôi sao diễn xuất rất là đầy cơ bắp. Who is a muscular movie star?
Muscular movie star. Who is well known with? Who is famous for? Who is a muscular movie star? That can help muscular movie star.
Yes.
That's why many people, many audiences are appealing to watching that series.
Okay. Alright, so okay, so it can appeal to many people who watch that movie, who are the audience, right? So cái hệ quả của nó là gì? Mình nên nêu quan hệ nhân quả. Từ cái chuyện đó nó dẫn đến chuyện gì tiếp theo? So what does it leads to?
So that
it leads to better sales of the tickets, right?
Yeah, better sell the ticket. And also
và vì thế dẫn đến điều gì? And because of that it leads to what? It results in what?
Because of that it can lead to a better sales of tickets, and also it can and also the producer can like make more and more. Tập tiếp theo là gì anh? Episode. More and more
episode là tập phim
episodes.
More episode of that movie. Thường là movie nó không có theo tập, nhưng mà chương trình nhưng mà những cái gọi là series á, những cái series nó gọi là những cái chương trình phim ảnh nhiều tập. If you have series, there are many episodes. Like for example, in the Indian movie 8-year-old bride, cô dâu 8 tuổi, 8 years old bride. Trời ơi, 10 năm chưa hết đó nha.
Yeah.
Like
Ủa thiệt luôn hả?
10 years, after 10 years of showing it on the screen, the movie is still not complete, you know. It's still not yet done, you know, even after 10 years. But
Okay.
we are talking about movie stars now. Mình đang rơi ra khỏi cái
Yeah. Yeah.
tập trung rồi. Let's
Yes.
come back to that now. Okay, so back to the question. Are movie stars important to a movie? Besides from the fact that they help a movie to sell better. They help the movie to sell.
To sell better.
Bán chạy hơn.
Yeah.
Làm cho cái phim bán chạy hơn. To help the movie to sell.
Không
Besides from
cần
that,
better.
what else did I say?
Không cần phải nói là sell better. To sell là được hả?
Yes.
Yeah. They help the movie to sell. So and they help the movie to sell and cái movie star nó chỉ có giúp vậy thôi mà.
Okay. Okay.
Tôi thấy nó chỉ có để lôi kéo khán giả chứ.
To attract audience, but also nó giúp cái gì? Nó có thể giúp là truyền tải thông điệp một cách mà tốt hơn không? Yeah, because of movie stars, people will remember the message conveyed by the movie easier, better, right? The people can remember the message conveyed by the movie. Người ta có thể nhớ được cái thông điệp mà được truyền tải bởi cái bộ phim đó. Of course, they can remember it better if movie stars are involved. Nếu mà có những cái ngôi sao diễn xuất ở đó thì ngôi sao phim ảnh đó thì người ta sẽ nhớ tốt hơn thôi.
Yeah. But mình có thể nói là movie star like they had a better performing skill, cho nên là nó sẽ làm
cũng không chắc là movie star sẽ có better performing skills nha. It is not certain whether movie stars can have a better performing skills or casting skill. Kỹ năng casting á.
Casting skill.
We call casting skill or acting skill. Let's just say acting skill.
Yeah, acting skill.
Okay, khả năng diễn xuất. Kỹ năng diễn xuất tốt hơn acting skills.
Yeah,
it's not certain whether they have better acting skill compared to other normal, you know, actors or actresses. Okay, let's come to the next question. Are foreign movies popular in your country? Bây giờ nói về phim ảnh nước ngoài nè.
Yep. In my country, foreign movie, a foreign film is way more popular than domestic film. I mean, I think because of the Vietnamese people, they are like much accepting, so it's easier for the foreign film to be imported and to be on the screen and moreover Vietnamese film, I think for me to some extent is not as good as the foreign movie.
Foreign movie, okay.
Yeah, so that's why many people nowadays many people nowadays choose watching like foreign film. For example, more and more people have a Netflix accounts right now.
Netflix account to watch foreign movies, right?
Yes, foreign movies. Yeah.
Okay, good.
The off topic quá vậy.
Say again.
And so more and more people nowadays have a Netflix accounts to watch foreign movies. And
right. Do you think it's because of the failure of the Vietnamese movie system? có phải là do tại vì cái sự thất bại của hệ thống phim ảnh Việt Nam không? You think it's because of the failure of Vietnamese movies? That's why people watch more like foreign movies? Or is it because of some other reason? Nó có thể là do tại vì the failure of the national movies system. Ai biểu kiểm duyệt cho lắm. The failure of the national movie system, or is it because of globalization? Hay là bởi vì toàn cầu hóa, ai cũng tiếp cận được? What do you think? Or is it because of other reason?
I think both of the reasons. I think because of the both of the reasons. The both of the reasons. Vietnamese movie system, Vietnamese national movie system, they have the, I think, more strictly.
More what?
Quá trình kiểm duyệt là gì anh? Censoring.
Well, censorship.
Procedure.
Censorship.
Censorship. The Vietnamese national movie system. They have
strict censorship.
censorship.
Very strict censorship. Yes.
Very strict censorship. So that's why Vietnamese films. That's why Vietnamese film cannot like khó có thể phát triển.
It's hard for the Vietnamese film to develop further. And also think about the fact that thực sự mà nói á, nó còn nhiều nguyên do khác nữa. Tại vì cái sự sáng tạo. It's also because of creativity. Cái sức sáng tạo, creativity of a lot of people, người ta nhiều khi người ta vẫn hay suy nghĩ rập khuôn quá. It's often easy to think. It's not easy to think outside of the box, you know.
Yeah.
For some people, it's just like their way of thinking is very fixed. Nó cố định lắm. Cái cách suy nghĩ vẫn rất là cố định. Their ways of thinking is still very fixed, so it's hard to come up with a movie that is really good. Sometimes, you know. But foreign movies, probably because of better acting, you know, diễn xuất tốt hơn, better plot line or storyline. Giờ nó gọi là cái câu chuyện, nó gọi là cái nội dung cốt truyện. Maybe it's less predictable. Nó ít dễ đoán hơn, nó không có dễ đoán lắm, cho nên nó sẽ thú vị. Could be because the plot line or the storyline is unpredictable. It's not easy to be predictable, or it's not easy to predict. So that's why the content is very interesting to people. Could be, you know.
Yeah.
Think about that. Okay, let's try again. Are foreign movie popular in your country? Let's try again.
Yeah. Talk about in Vietnam, foreign movies is much more popular than domestic ones. Firstly, I think because the Vietnamese are accepting easily. They can turn on the TV and watch any foreign movies as well, and also for the Vietnamese film, I mean, it's not as attractive as the foreign one. And nowadays, more and more people have Netflix accounts to watch foreign films, and that's why a foreign movie is có từ nào thay thế popular?
It's quite how can I say? Yeah, just use the same word, popular, or you can use the word you can say, let's just say that easily seen everywhere.
Yeah, easily seen everywhere.
Can be easily found everywhere. Nhiều khi
So
mình
that's
đi vòng
why
vòng xung
foreign
quanh, mình đi
students
vòng xung quanh để mình diễn tả nó cũng được, nó sao đâu. You
everywhere.
just go around
Yeah,
and then discuss something.
easily. So that's why foreign themes are easily found everywhere.
I see. I see.
For
Right. Can you give
example,
examples? Like for example, what
yeah,
foreign movies? Mình nên cho ví dụ là cái loại foreign movie nào cụ thể chẳng hạn. Try it.
yeah. For example, in Vietnam right now, they in Vietnam, the young generation they usually watch Korean drama. Uh, for example, Dr. Cha. Em có
Doctor
cần phải kể
what?
tên không anh?
Yeah, sometimes it's actually better, I think, to give examples. Không hoàn toàn bắt
Yeah,
buộc đâu, nhưng mà vẫn nên nói để cho nó nội dung nó dài ra hơn,
yeah. So right now, a young generation they usually watch Korean dramas. For example, Dr. Cha. Um, gì ta? The người thừa kế rồi đồ là cái gì anh? Em không có hay coi.
That's why I told you do not necessarily, không có nhất thiết necessarily phải
Yeah.
nêu ra mấy cái tên đó đâu.
Yes, okay. The Korean dramas. Um, for elderly people, they prefer like Indian series, like 8 year bride, right? A year bride.
I
8 years
see.
old bride. 8 years
Right.
old bride.
I
Yeah.
see.
And like
Bride
when
nha, br nha. 8 years old
bride,
bride.
bride,
Br chứ
8
không phải
years
là
old
pride.
bride.
B nha, br nha. 8 years old
Bride,
bride. Chứ không
bride,
phải là cô dâu 8 tuổi, chứ không phải là niềm tự hào 8 tuổi.
bride,
Bride.
bride,
Okay.
bride.
Okay, so let's try the last question. Is it important that a country has its own movies? What do you think?
Yeah. A domestic movie. The domestic movie is very crucial. Critical chứ. Crucial.
Crucial,
Crucial.
rất là tối quan trọng. Crucial, very good.
Yeah. Yeah. I think movies are crucial for a country. Firstly, it can have that country to improve the national images. I mean, through making film, that country can advertise the traveling, the tourism, the culture, the traditional dishes to foreign audience. And for example, we have phở or áo dài, which are well known all around the world.
The
And
world. Cái chữ
the
wow như chó
world,
kêu đó. World.
all
World.
around the world,
All around the world.
all around the world.
All around the world. All around the world.
Yes, all around the world, which are well known by many foreign people all around the world. And because of that, no, and moreover, um, sao ta? No, by that way, we by that way the country can have a better position while negotiating with other countries.
Yes.
Yes, and resulting in more opportunities to like developing culture, economy, something.
I see. You did this question really well though. Better than the other questions. Strange, right?
Really?
Alright, I think that's it for
Bây giờ
today.
nếu mà giả sử em đi thi liền á thì cỡ được 5 chấm không anh?
Được, yên tâm. Giờ đi thi liền đảm bảo được 6 chấm. Ít nhất.
Ghê vậy.
Thì tại cảm thấy như là Trâm hơi bị tự ti thôi. Với lại em không quen, với lại em không có nhiều ý thôi. Nhưng mà luyện tập một thời em sẽ ổn.
Do bởi vì em nghĩ đi làm cũng cả năm rồi, cho
À,
nên là kiểu không có speaking nhiều á. Chồng em là
ủa mà
người
bên
Việt,
kia
không phải
không lẽ
người
không
nước
nói tiếng
ngoài,
Anh
cho
nhiều
nên là
trời?
không. Nhưng mà trước khi em đi làm thì em nói nhiều, nhưng mà từ lúc mà có bầu ở nhà thì á hả, con em thì nó nhỏ, em có nói tiếng Anh với nó đâu.
You should do
Kiểu
that,
như
you
không có
know.
luyện
Speak
tập
English
speaking
to
nhiều á.
him. Speak English to him
Dạ.
now.
No anh, bây giờ speak English là sau này nó cũng speak English luôn á, em đang sợ đây.
Ok,
Cho nên
vậy
là phải
thì
nói
cứ
tiếng
dạy
Việt
tiếng
với
Việt nó đi,
nó
cứ
bởi
dạy
vì
tiếng Việt cho nó đi, xong rồi nhưng mà vẫn phải nên gọi là cho
dạ
nó tiếp xúc tiếng Anh luôn nha.
dạ
Vừa
với
cả
lại
hai thứ
bữa
tiếng
giờ là
nha.
kiểu dạ học học chỉ có reading thôi, đâu có thời gian speaking đâu anh.
Oh dear, I see.
Dạ cho nên là speaking nó hơi bị ngu ngu. Hồi xưa đi làm thì nói nhiều, chứ còn bây giờ á hả không có nói, cho nên là cái lưỡi nó cứng luôn á.
Oh my god. Okay, now
Dạ
at least you have. Thực sự là sau bữa này cảm thấy cũng đâu đến nỗi đâu. I think it's fine.
vậy hả anh?
You'll be okay. Don't worry about too much. Okay. Okay, that's the end of my videos. Please like, share this video with your friends, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and press on the bell button next to the subscribe button so you can get notified about my new uploads, okay? You can also press follow my Facebook, but please don't add me on Facebook as friends, okay? Cảm ơn các bạn đã theo dõi nha. Các bạn hãy nhấn vào like, chia sẻ video này bạn bè các bạn. Nhấn vào nút đăng ký kênh YouTube mình và nút cái chuông kế bên cạnh cái đăng ký kênh đó, để mà các bạn có thể được thông báo về những video mới nha. Các bạn cũng có thể nhấn vào nút theo dõi Facebook mình, nhưng nhớ đừng kết bạn Facebook mình nha. Thank you and see you. Bye.